Hi, it's Debbie from Creatively Yours and welcome to my 76th Flosstube video. It's Friday, February 19th and it's my day off again. And I have some fun things to show you, and I'm going to show you some finishes I have. I am going to show you my whips, and I already start with a itchy nose. I am going to show you a happy mail. I give you some shout outs, and I have a giveaway, a very fun giveaway. So first off, before we start with the video, this is a channel about cross stitch. So if you happen to stumble upon this channel, this is what you will see: cross stitching and some knitting at the end. Yeah, I hope you enjoy, and thank you again for tuning in. If you hear noises, there are some workers outside working on the greeneries around my house. I can't go to them and ask them to quit doing what they're doing to yeah, so I can film my video. So if you hear noises, it's outside and I can't do anything about it. So that's it. Let's start. I am going to show you some finishes. The first finish I have: Cows Can Fly Too. This was a freebie from the Twin Peak Primitives, and it's so much fun. I love this cow. This is right up my alley, and I finished it and fully finished it. So I'm going to show you, if I can, because this is what I have. It's a frame. This was a gray frame. It's bought at the Action, which is a Dutch sort of Hobby Lobby, and I framed it. I painted it black and framed it inside, and I love this. I had some greenery from my artificial Christmas tree, which was falling off because my Christmas tree is falling apart. So I thought that was something I could use, and I put up some Christmas bells or baubles, and I stitched this on 40 count Beach Brew by R&R and 1/2, because someone asked me to list also if I stitch 1/1 or 2/1, or so I will if I think about it. And I love this. It's going to be up on display next Christmas, and I love this. This is so much fun. Let's hope this is a screen grab. If I look long enough like this. Then I have another finish, which is basically a sappho, because I understand that Michelle Bendy invented the word SAF, stitch and finish, and start and finish. I started this, finished it, and FFO'd it. So sappho, I think. And this was hilarious and so much fun. Some time ago I was contacted, or I was talking to Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, on Instagram via direct message, and we were talking, and she sent me a picture of a pattern she designed for me. And I really had to laugh really loud when I saw it, because, and you will see it any minute now, because I could have come up with this. This is fun. I already gave the pattern to the Stitch Coutiers because they also wanted to stitch it, and I asked Michelle, and she said you can do with it whatever you want. So remember that every video when I talk about Alice, my friend Alice, I say, "Hi Alice." Now I don't have to anymore, because hi Alice. This is so much fun. This was the pattern she gave to me. And hi Alice. This is stitched on 36 count Ancient by Picture This Plus with a blue sulky. And I made it into a pillow with a lot of buttons. And I put a 2020 charm on it with some buttons and a button here, and I used some lace on top and on the bottom, and yeah, so I think this is going to be the screen grab, I hope. So hi Alice. So those were my finishes. I will show you a happy mail I received. I received a Valentine's card from, who else? The Witchy Stitchers, Charlene and Morgan. They sent me this card with a very lovely message inside. And yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate this. So let's get on to my WIPs. Works in progress for anyone who doesn't know the acronyms. So first off, I'm going to show you my challenge for this year. We, the Stitchketeers, came up with the challenge, hashtag FC Finish Challenge 2021, because we all wanted to finish a HAED. And we are inclusive, so if you have a full coverage piece you would like to finish this year, you can also participate. It's still early in the year, so you can, if it's not too big for you. So this is my only challenge this year. I work on it every week, every weekend. I do a total of 600 stitches to be sure, and yeah, I'm going to show you. This is Mini Gypsy Firefly by Aimee Stewart, charted by HAED, Heaven and Earth Designs. And I have put it on my scroll frame. If you have watched my latest video, I asked, should I put it on my scroll frame? Because I really wanted to color block and wanted to work all the black first in the pattern. I am a little over 65%, and I started the year with 60%. So I put it on my scroll frame, and this is what I have so far. I worked on a lot of, let's see if I can do this because my arm is hurting. I worked all the black here and here the last time. I don't have a before picture because I forgot to take a picture when I started working after my last video. So, but you will see this every video. So this is what I have. This is done on 18 count Aida 2/2. No, 2/1. It's Aida 2/1 with the gold for DMC. And yeah, I really love this. So that's my Heaven and Earth designs. Then I'm going to show you my other WIPs. I was enabled, or not so sure enabled, not so much enabled. Jemima, the rocking stitcher, and I are working on The Night Fairy by Maria van Scharrenburg, which is a Dutch designer charted by Lenarte. And I really wanted to work on it, and we both, when we see the other one working on it, we want to work on it. So, because we don't want to, we want to be, it's not a race, but maybe it is. This is The Night Fairy. This was a kit. It's out of print, unfortunately. And yeah, this is the one I'm working on. And There is another one, this is the day fairy, but I'm working on the night fairy, and I already told Jemima, look what I'm doing. So she tossed her plans out of the window and worked on it too. So because she wanted to be on top of things. So I'm going to show you what I have. Let's see. I filled in everything that was here, which was blank, and I filled in part of the moon. I filled in some part of the wings, and this is part of the very big moon around it. So I've done a lot the last few days, and I really love this, working on this. I can't say I'm working 1/2 or 2/2 because it varies. Sometimes you have to work 1 thread, sometimes you have to work 2 threads. This is done on the kit fabric with the kit floss, and I don't know what fabric this is. We are still on the hunt to find out which fabric this is. I think maybe it's a Lugana, but it's very soft and very nice to work on. And yeah, it's just a cream even weave. So that's the night fairy. Then I need to reach because it's out of my reach. Let's hope I can show you properly. I worked on A Perfect World by the Scarlett House. I work on this every Sunday until it's finished. It's my personal challenge. It's my focus piece. So I really love it. Let's see. This is what I have so far. It's worked on 28 count white mustard by XJudesign. I am using a mix of DMC and Victorian Mottos, and I work on it 2/2. And then I'm going to show you where I have been working on. I worked on the house. I filled in all the light yellow parts in the windows, and then I wanted to fill in the rest. I finished all the black parts. I wanted to fill in the rest of the house, but I was fresh out of 829 DMC. I went through all my project bags to find a 829, but I don't have a 829 left. So I need to see if I can. I just don't want to buy one skein of DMC through the internet. So I just left it for now, and when shops open again I will buy the 829, because yeah, I'm not going to order one skein of DMC. I worked on the green part here, the grass, and hopefully next week I will finish this part and work on beginning the big flower pot. So that's A Perfect World. Then I saw a lot of the Stitchketeers working on this pattern, and I really wanted to work on it then. I wasn't able to work on it, so I worked on Where There Are Bees by the Prairie Schooler. I am not using the called for flosses. I did my own color conversion and I brightened it up a little. So let's see. This is what I have so far. I finished up all the lettering. I finished up the border. I finished up this part, and I finished up this motif. So I did a lot. This is done on 32 count Candy Duo by XJudesign, and I'm using my own color conversion, and I don't have it out the top of my head, so I will list it below. I believe there's a Victorian Motto. There is a Paradijsgaren, which is Paradise Floss by Joke de Nijs. Hand-dyed floss, cotton. I use a silk by Miss Sedas, which is the red, and the blue is a color in cotton. So, yeah, really love it. And the needle minder is from Lydia, our own stitchketeer. She has an Etsy shop, which is called Lovely Stitches. And yeah, I really like it. Really liked working on it again. And I hope to finish it this year. Hopefully before the summer, but I can't promise. Then, my next whip is our friendship stitch along with the Stitchketeers. Hashtag Stitchketeers Friendship Stitch Along, or SAL. This is Huckleberry Farm. Most of them are working on the Quilting Bee by the Blue Flower, and I am working on Huckleberry Farm every other Friday night. And last Friday, oh, there's something going on with my needle. Okay. Last Friday we had a Zoom and Stitch again. Let's see. I worked on filling in the windows. I finished them, and I made a start on the second roof part. So really like it. It's stitched on 32 count Murano Driftwood by me, with the called for flosses, which are fancy flosses. And I really love it. So next Friday it's Zoom and Stitch again, so I will be working on this one again. And we all agree that it's not fun to stitch on it when we're not stitching together, so I won't. And then my last whip, which I haven't been working on, but it's part of my Happy Mail. Remember, oh, let's show you the pattern first. Remember last video I showed you my Farben der Nederlanden, or Colors of the Netherlands by Historische Stickmuster. And I told you, unfortunately I had the paper copy because I found out a silk stitching app, and it is so much fun to work in the silk stitching app. It's just like Pattern Keeper. It just yeah, you will see the percentages and how many hours you have been working on it, and yeah, it's fun. I got a message, and I will show you what I have thus far. This is my Farben der Nederlanden, which is done with the called for silks, Auvera Soie d'Alger, on 40 count Zweigart linen, white linen, and or antique white, and I am stitching this 1/2. And I was contacted by Dorothee from Historische Stickmuster. She saw my video and very graciously and generously offered me the code for Farben der Nederlanden so I could stitch it from the app. So I said yes, of course, because that's wonderful and very generous. But not only did she give me the pattern, the digital pattern in the silk app, she also offered to do a giveaway on my channel. So if you would like to stitch the Colors of the Netherlands, I'm going to take it up close, which is gorgeous. If you would like to stitch that and you have a Apple device, because that's the only thing you have to have, it only works on Apple, on an iPad or an iPhone, and you would like to stitch this, I am giving away one pattern to you. So leave a comment below if you want that, and let's ask you, what shall I ask you to use for a keyword? Use the keyword silk in your comment if you would like this pattern. When I draw your name the evening before my next video, so you will have a little less than 2 weeks. When I draw your name, I will ask you for your email address and I will forward it to Dorothee from the Historische Stickmuster, and she will send you, or they will send you, the code to unlock this pattern in the silk stitching app. So that's wonderful and very generous. So please keep the rules in mind. Be over 18. Don't say giveaway in the comment, because I don't want to delete your comment. What else? Well, the common rules for giveaways: don't say giveaway, be over 18, and be a subscriber to my channel, please. If you are not, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And in 2 weeks I will draw a name and ask for your email address, and yeah, that's it. So let's see. Those were my whips and everything cross stitch, I think. I'm going to give you my shout outs, and then I'm going to pause the video and going to grab my knitting stuff, because I asked in my last video if you would mind if I show you my knitting projects and haul, and I only heard yes, show it please. So I'm going to show you at the end of my video, so stay tuned for that. Let's see if I talked everything out. Yes. Okay, my shout outs. I have been watching some new to me Flosstubers and some new Flosstubers. So I have 5 this time. I have been watching Lisa Loves Stitching. She is called Lisa, of course. She is from Australia and she has wonderful projects, and yeah, just go and check her out. We have the Clumsy Stitcher. She is a new Flosstuber. She is named Sarah. She is from the UK and also has some lovely projects. Then we have Nikki Noodles Stitching. Nikki from, I'm not sure, I haven't written that down. But Nikki, she does a lot of samplers. So if you're into samplers, please go and have a look. We have A Mom and Her Car, which is Eva. She has lovely projects, but she also shows her data or her stats, and I really like that. And last but not least is Cataloging My Stitches, which is Kim, and also lovely projects. So I will list everyone below, as I will list the Flosstube channels I have been watching the last 2 weeks. So check them out and give them some Flosstube love. So those are my stitchy related things, cross stitchy related things. I will pause the video and then I will be right back with my knitting. So see you so soon. I'm back. I just grabbed my knitting stuff, my knitting projects. I have 3 and I have some haul, so I'm going to show you. I haven't been knitting for a long time, and I taught myself how to knit because that's what you do. And if you hear noises, it's outside again. Well, I can't do anything about it. So my first project is a long time project of mine. I'm going to show you a pattern picture, which is a shawl I'm knitting for my mother, which is Leaves of Lace, and it can be found on www.knitting-b.com, and I hope it's there still. I'm not sure. I just printed out the pattern. So I'm going to show you what I have so far. this is what I have. This is not as gray as it's showing up. It's more purpley with a shimmer. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it. This is a shawl I'm knitting, and it takes a lot of concentration, so I don't work on it as often as I should, because I have been working on it for several years now. It's knitted with, I don't know, it's penguin, étoile, hey, étoile, and it's 48% acrylic, 22% polyamide, 15% mohair, and 15% polyester. And yeah, that's the information I have on it, and I'm going to show you one more time. This is the best way to show you. This is what I have, and I really love how this looks. It's really lacy, so that's my first project. Then my second project I started not too long ago, I think a year ago maybe, and this is the pendenza shawl, which you can wear in different ways. This is the cover picture, but there are also other ways to wear it. This was from Revelry, and it's a paid pattern, so I paid for it. I really loved it. So when I was working from home, I sometimes was not too busy for my work, so I knitted some rows. So let's show you what I have so far. This is what I have. I really love this shimmery colorway. It's blue, so, and you can see how this will look. I really love it. I'm going to give you some more information on the yarn. This is Papacha batik silver, and it is 95% acrylic and 5% silver. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's my pendenza shawl. And then last but not least, this is my oldest knitting project. I taught myself how to knit socks, and I have watched a lot of videos, and I have tried before, but it never worked. And I came across a Dutch book which tells you step by step what to do when knitting socks, which is this book. Let's see if there's an explanation or another name. No, it doesn't. It just basically says this is how you knit socks, and there are several patterns inside, and a basic pattern and a measurement table, which tells you what to do on different parts of your sock, and which size you have and how many stitches you need to cast on. And yeah, I really learned how to knit socks with this book. I started working, I had knitted 2 pairs of socks for my son several years ago with this book, and started working on my own pairs of socks, but somehow I didn't knit on it anymore, and it became almost a UFO. But this is my sock, a rainbow sock. I didn't know, because it was a long time ago I stitched or knitted on this. I didn't know where I was on the pattern, and just this week I looked at the pattern closely and what I have done so far, and found where I was again. So I immediately knitted on it some more. So I think from this marker on I have knitted in the round, and now I'm onto the toe decreases, so I can start when I finish this one I can start my second sock. Don't you just love this? This is so much fun. I'm going to tell you which yarn it is. It's sock yarn by Scheepjes, which is a Dutch brand, Invicta color. This is it, self-striping, and it's 75% virgin wool and 25% nylon. So yeah, I'm using double-pointed needles, bamboo double-pointed needles, because that's the way I learned it, and I don't have any problems with working with 5 needles. So those were my knitting projects, and I need to finish at least one of the patterns before I can start my next project, which I ordered recently because I fell in love. This is the color Ecopuno color block shawl, which is not this colorway. My colorway is black and white and gray. If I have a picture, I will put it up here, which colorway it is. And let's see if I can show you inside the box without it falling out. But this is what I received in the mail. All the yarns to knit that shawl. I love this. This is so natural, and yeah, it's Ecopuno print by Lana Grossa, which is merino and baby alpaca wool, and it doesn't say anything else, or does it? Yes, it does. It says 72% cotton, 17% virgin wool merino, and 11% alpaca baby. So this is one of the colorways, which is gorgeous. And then we have a gray one, and we have a white one. Let's see if I can do this. And we have a dark gray one. This is going to be funny. And black. So this is what I have. And I can't start it before I finish at least one of these 3 current projects. And needless to say, I ordered some Knit Pro circular needles for this shawl. So I don't have them yet, so I can't start it anyway. So that was my knitting. I really love knitting, but I love cross stitch a little bit more. So you will see most of my cross stitch pieces in my videos, and if I have something to show for, I will show you some knitting, but it's not a standard part of my videos. So that's it. Thank you for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely weekend ahead of you, and I hope you stay safe, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Again, if you want to participate in the giveaway for the colors of the Netherlands, the pattern from Historische Stickmuster, in the silk stitching app. You need to have a Apple device to do that, and you need to download the silk stitching app, which is free, and you need to be over 18 and be a subscriber to my channel and not say giveaway in the comments, and use the word silk in your comment to be eligible to win this pattern. So thanks again. I will see you in 2 weeks when I draw the winner, and yeah, have a lovely weekend. Bye for now.